Peace. This is Watch for Wadswords Media. Back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, we just witnessed yet another lackluster Thursday night fight. In fact, what is it with Top Rank in these Thursday night fights anyway? I mean, they put in some pretty good names on Thursday nights and they're giving us some lackluster performances. But in any event, last night's fight was just the latest of that. We had Teofimo Lopez, who took on Jamaine Ortiz in what was a very lackluster, boring performance from both men. We have to say, Jamaine Ortiz came in with a good game plan, right? His game plan, he came in and he threw Teofimo Lopez off guard by going southpaw instead of fighting conventional. Teofimo Lopez seemed completely bothered by this style and the fact that Jamaine was using good angles. He was circling out of position whenever he would get backed up against the ropes or against the corner. He would circle, pivot out, and it was just causing all types of trouble for Teofimo Lopez. But the problem was Jamaine Ortiz was just relying on counterpunching only. He was not there to engage or to at least show some degree of assertiveness. It seemed like his whole game plan seemed to be revolving around counterpunching. I don't know if it was due to too much respect for Teofimo Lopez punching power, but he did not seem eager to throw punches. It seemed like he was just satisfied with just throwing a jab and circling out before Teofimo Lopez could pounce. And Teofimo Lopez, sometimes it seems like boxers that are too comfortable being trained with their fathers, at some time they reach this ceiling where they just have to branch out if they want to reach that next level. And Teofimo Lopez is just the latest of many boxers that seem to have plateaued. And if they want to make it to the next level, if they want another degree of success in this profession, Teofimo Lopez is going to have to change trainers. Last night was uncalled for, unacceptable. Teofimo Lopez was not given a proper game plan to adjust. All night long, Jamaine Ortiz kept pivoting out to his right. That was right in position for Teofimo Lopez to hit him with a check hook. Instead, Teofimo Lopez kept trying to jab and kept going to the stomach and trying to jab. Like, no, dude. Part of cutting the ring off is throwing punches in anticipation of where you think your opponent's going to go. Also, sidestepping in anticipation of where you think your opponent is going to go. That is something that we saw on a masterclass level with certain boxers like, for instance, in most recent history, Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin was a master at cutting the ring, where if he felt you out for a couple rounds, he saw that you like to circle to your left, Golovkin will cut you off to the left and he'll throw a hook. Or he'll sidestep with you and throw a straight right. So this way, he'll throw a straight right hook to the body. He'll do something in order to neutralize you, nullify you. Like, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't go that way because as soon as I step this way, there's a hook coming right after that. Or as soon as I step this way, he's throwing a right hand, he's throwing a hook to the body. So there is ways to neutralize somebody that continues to circle, pivot, and get out of dodge from the onslaught. Teofimo Lopez did not make any adjustments the entire night. He continued to let Jamaine Ortiz pivot out the way the entire night. And that is a huge reflection on the corner. That is bad training. The trainer, which, unfortunately is his father, did not make the proper adjustments. He did not tell Teofimo Lopez, listen, I need you to sidestep. He keeps going to his right. sidestep to his right. And as you sidestep, throw a hook. Throw something there. Let him meet something. As soon as you pivot, as soon as he moves into that direction, let him walk right into something. So this way, he's thinking twice before he moves that way. He might want to start backing up instead, and that's where you can pounce on him better. But if he's having success all night, circling to his right, circling to his right, why would he have to change and make any adjustments? He's going to do the same thing all night because you haven't given him a reason to change it. And that is a reflection on Teofimo Lopez coach, his trainer not giving him the proper instructions to adjust during the fight. And that's a bad reflection on Teofimo Lopez ring IQ. You know, the only reason why Teofimo Lopez won this fight is because of ring generalship. You have one fighter in Jamaine Ortiz who just continued to pivot and would just throw jabs just to keep Teofimo off of him, but wasn't trying to fully engage. Only time he fully engaged was when Teofimo Lopez a couple times would invite him in, and he actually would connect. He would connect on Teofimo Lopez when Lopez would invite him in, but that was like the extent of it. Jamaine Ortiz was not looking to provide any more offense than a right jab. That's all he was doing. A right jab and circling. If he would have thrown some more punches or put some punches together or like show some, like give us like 3-4 rounds of assertiveness, of you backing down Teofimo Lopez, walking him down, it would have probably been a different decision because Teofimo Lopez did nothing. He really didn't do nothing. He couldn't land. But at the same time, it's because Ortiz was always out of dodge. And Ortiz was not trying to engage. Teofimo Lopez actually was trying to press the fight. He was trying to engage. He was going forward. But the only thing is he didn't know how to cut the ring. So he couldn't put punches together. He couldn't give an assortment, a combination of punches, because by the time he would get one shot in, Ortiz was out the way. And he just couldn't stop Ortiz from getting out the way, which is a reflection once again on him and his corner. So this was a very lackluster performance. This is not the type of performance that after this you can call out Terrence Crawford or anything like that. So he did the right thing in going and calling Keyshawn Davis out, because this ain't the type of fight that's going to give you, or it's not going to line up Tank Davis. It's not going to line up Devin Haney. It's not going to line up any of the bigger name fighters. So, yeah, this one kind of demoted his stock a little bit. He's going to have to reset on this one. And he's going to have to focus, man, because a focused Teofimo Lopez is a dangerous Teofimo Lopez. But this fight, man, he was all over the place with his post-fight interview. He just doesn't sound like he's mentally in the right place, which means he doesn't seem focused. So, you know, at this rate, I would recommend Teofimo Lopez get a new trainer, because we've seen this with many boxers in the past. This is why Floyd Mayweather left his father, because he felt like he plateaued. He felt like he reached the apex already of what he could get out of training with his father. So he switched it up and went and got some knowledge and wisdom from his brother, from his father's brother, his uncle Roger Mayweather. He went to Roger Mayweather, and then you saw he started from the ground up again, building until he became what we saw, you know, the second portion of his career, second half of his career, where he was more taught and guided by Roger. So Teofimo's going to have to do the same thing. He's going to have to go get another trainer. You know, Pops, if you want to see the best for your son, gracefully step aside. Let somebody else handle this, because it seemed like you guys plateaued. There was no adjustments made. This was a fight y'all could have easily won, because Jamaine Ortiz was not engaging at all. But the fact that y'all didn't do nothing made this fight a lot more closer than it should have been. So we'll see what's next for Teofimo Lopez. Maybe Keyshawn Davis is what it looks like. Or maybe the Arnold Barboza fight. Barboza has been calling out Teofimo Lopez for a long time. And after this lackluster performance, he may need a bigger name, a bigger challenge, just to give us the best version of Teofimo Lopez. Because it seems to be when his back's against the wall, he gives us the best performances. I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.